What makes someone reach beyond the boundaries of human experience to face the unknown? As children, we question the world around us. We learn, we accept, and gradually we lose our capacity for wonder. But some do not. The explorers, the seekers of truth. It is these pioneers who define the future of mankind.
"2013's Tomb Raider reboot was a fantastic game. I absolutely loved it. And it was the Tomb Raider experience that I had always wanted, ever since playing through the original Sega Saturn version of the very first game way back in 1996. Back then, the controls were finicky, the graphics were clunky, and the game, while still very fun for its time, required one to use their imagination for some of the finer details. When we got the reboot though, everything changed. I love that the developers took what I really enjoyed with the Uncharted series and applied it to the Tomb Raider franchise. The end result was something truly special, and now, 2 years after that game's release, the sequel more than lives up to my lofty expectations. Imagine everything Tomb Raider did right, and then refine it even further, and you have Rise of the Tomb Raider. It's hands down one of the best games of 2015, and if you own an Xbox One, you absolutely must play this game. The story and setting alone are absolutely incredible. As per usual, you play as Lara Croft as she makes her way around the world in search of an ancient artifact that grants immortality. The interesting elements this time around are why she's on this particular quest. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but it deals with a treasure her father was looking for, a new mysterious group called Trinity, and a bitter betrayal. The villains are grounded this time around and have purpose, and that only makes things that much more interesting. The key difference this time around, though, is that Lara isn't a scared survivor. Here, she knows exactly what she's doing and actively jumping into the danger because she considers it a righteous cause. As for the setting, the bulk of the game takes place in an old Soviet country. You can expect to find derelicts, Soviet equipment, bases, vehicles, and what have you, on top of ancient ruins. There's even a tribe of people that appear to be untouched by the modern world. All of these elements come together to create a truly unique game experience. There is nothing more impressive than seeing a wide expanse open up when Lara unlocks new abilities and you realize, holy crap, I can actually reach that mountainside that I've been staring at for the past 2 hours. It's just amazing. And speaking of wow moments, the exploration here is just fantastic. I've always described this new Tomb Raider series as a cross between Uncharted and Metroid. You may wonder why Metroid, and well, that has to do with the semi-open world nature of the game. As the story progresses, you move from one massive area to the next. However, as you unlock new abilities or earn new items, you can backtrack via campfires to previously explored areas to unlock vast new ones to explore. Tombs also make their triumphant return and force you to think of logical ways to solve some rather challenging puzzles. These were a highlight in the 2013 game, and they're a highlight here. The action is tighter and more refined than ever before. Lara has to make use of cover and be quick about dispatching her foes, as the artificial intelligence is smart, and enemies will constantly throw grenades at you or try to circle around you to flank you. It makes every enemy encounter feel threatening, but you're always equipped to take out even the most challenging foe. Lara has access to a wide assortment of weapons, from her trusty bow and arrow to handguns, shotguns, and more. There's a perfect learning curve here, and experimenting is rewarded. In the beginning of the game, you can take out enemies with a simple headshot. However, as you progress, enemies start wearing heavy armor, and that's when you realize there are so many different ways to take out your enemies. You can hide in bushes, in branches on trees, and take them out stealthily. Or you can use explosives and heavy weapons to go balls to the wall and take the threat on head first. The choice is entirely up to you. The impressive upgrade system from the first game returns, where you can harvest collected goods from nature in order to upgrade your equipment. You can take out a bear, for example, and harvest its pelt in order to combine it with, say, some tree branches you find, and then make a new quiver that allows you to hold more arrows. Lara can also have her core abilities upgraded. These skills are broken up into 3 different categories: hunting, brawling, and survival. Each category strengthens Lara in one way or another, making her a better hunter, a better killer, and, well, a better survivor. There are quite a few extra features thrown in for good measure to keep you coming back. There are time trials where you can try and finish key areas as quickly as possible and then challenge your friends to beat your scores. There are also cards you can purchase with both real-world money and in-game currency, which allow you to customize how levels are replayed. There's a wealth of customization options already available for use in your own unique adventure, and then there's the promise of future DLC to expand the storyline, which sounds very exciting. Graphically speaking, this is an incredibly beautiful game. No joke, it's stunning. The environments you interact with look so detailed, I often just stood in one spot and moved the camera around slowly to take it all in. The special effects are also superb. Seeing fire, smoke, and water in such high detail is outstanding and really impressed me from the onset of the game to the very end of the adventure. The soundtrack is sweeping and powerful. You feel as though you're really on a mysterious adventure. Once the action set pieces begin, the music cranks up and trust me, it'll raise your adrenaline. The only even remote negative thing I can say about this is if you want to maximize absolutely everything in Lara's arsenal, the resource gathering can become a little bit tedious, but outside that, I have absolutely no complaints. Rise of the Tomb Raider is a sensational game, one of my personal favorites of 2015. And this has been a pretty awesome year for video game fans, what with Batman Arkham Knight, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Uncharted the Nathan Drake Collection, Forza 6, Halo 5 Guardians, Metal Gear Solid 5, the new Fallout, and now Rise of the Tomb Raider. I cannot stress this enough. If you enjoy action-adventure games, this is one you simply can't miss. It comes very highly recommended.